I think it's very cool that CCP is able to celebrate even when it's under renovation, and it's personally special to me because the last show that was done here in CCP was my first CCP show, which is Musical 2. That was my very first CCP show, and then it went into renovation, and now I'm gonna get to do the anniversary show in Samsung Performing Arts Theater. That's a really cool, almost full circle moment.
This show is special to me because from the title itself, anywhere we sing is home. I mean, the CCP now is, at least the physical theater is being renovated and we will be at the Samsung Performing Arts Theater. But we're celebrating something like CCP's 54th anniversary. And that's not a small feat. I mean, especially like for somebody like me who grew up watching shows in CCP, and to be with these artists, to be with people that I admire so much. That's a big thing.
Napaka-importante ng sining at kultura, musika at arts para sa ating kabataan dahil ito nagbibigay sa kanila ng inspirasyon, nagbibigay ng guidance, nagbibigay ng daan sa kung ano ang tatahakin nila sa buhay, diba? Yung pwede nilang maging kahihinatnan.
Art and culture is actually what builds the soul of a nation. That's why it's very important. That soul of a nation, kailangan na ito ay alagaan ng mabuti at kailangan i-treat to as a very impactful and very important everyday connection with the people kasi sila mismo yung kultura eh.
Arts and culture are a building block of any nation. It is impossible to move a nation forward without knowing what brought you here, without knowing how people came together to communicate with each other and to hand down traditions and to hand down music, film, and poems and all the literary wonders of the Philippines. It's such an important tool to be able to go into the 21st century and beyond. So absolutely, and I love that CCP is at the forefront of that.
I think arts and culture has the capacity or has the capability of changing people literally. No matter what anybody says, you will always go back to arts and culture. And even if times seemingly wala lang siya, or it's something that you could just push aside, or it's something that you could undervalue. So if we're talking in the bigger sense, na nation building nga, a song could move people for whatever reason. You could be moved, you could be triggered, you could be glimmered, you could, so it is so important.
Importante na pinahahalagahan yung excellence, yung aspect na excellence in the arts, especially if it's in performing arts, etc. Kaya whether ang movement ay nationalistic, patriotic, or yung movement ay holistic or yung classic, kahit ano pa man yan, no, ang impact talaga ng isang institusyon tulad ng Cultural Center of the Philippines ay ini-integrate or importante yon na ma-maintain yung excellence ng art.
CCP Little Theater was where I had my first musical theater stint. So back in 2013, Katie po ito. Yun ang unang produksyon. Ito ay it's a Filipino musical. Dun pa lang pakiramdam ko na bit-bit ko ang talentong Pilipino, ang husay ng Pilipino. And we're promoting music and literature ng Pilipino, and then you get to you get to perform this in front of audiences, young and old, to remind them how good we are.
I mean, CCP is the CCP. You know, I have experienced watching so many shows here as a fan, and you see brilliant new writers come to the fore, and all these seasoned writers come up with some of their best work and perform it here at the CCP. That is always a valuable memory for me as an actor and also as a fan.
CCP's contribution to my personal artistic growth. Well, I grew up watching theater. I grew up a fan of the theater because at a very, very young age, I was exposed to theater, musical theater in particular. And CCP was always the home base for that. At least when I was young, that's how my mom would put it. Like, she would bring me to watch shows at the CCP. And I think for a really, really young kid, being brought to CCP to watch, let's say, Miss Saigon, or to watch something like Wicked, and for me being part of the audience and being like, oh my gosh, one day I want to be able to do something like that. Well, look where I am now. I guess it is I think it made a huge impact on my life.
So anywhere we sing is home. Mapa dito sa Pilipinas, mapa sa entabladong Europa, o ibang countries in Asia. You bring the Filipino pride, you bring Filipino talent, and I know for a fact because I saw it firsthand. We're at par. Hindi at par, mas magyayabang ako mas magaling.
Alam mo naman tayo mga Pilipino, no? Yung the Philippine diaspora, we bring home wherever we go. So, yan sila, Jonah Ampil, yan lahat sila. Dala-dala nila yung buong Pilipinas wherever they go. Lahat ng umaalis sa bayan natin, lahat ng pinupuntahan nila, dala-dala nila yung Pilipinas. That's why, yung sinasabi natin, dala-dala nila yung kultura nila. Hindi mo maikakaila ang importansya ng kultura natin dahil kitang-kita yan at pinag-uusapan ng ibang kultura. Pag sinabi nila na iba yung Pilipino, yung dala-dala natin yun eh. So kahit nasabihin mo sa stage, dala-dala nila yung puso, yung soul ng Pilipino. That's why, kahit lalo na yung mga choirs natin, yung mga nananalo sa ibang bayan, iba yung tunog nila dahil kumikinang talaga yung soul, yung kaluluwa ng Pilipino. Tumatagos.
It's going to be a special night, I think, because it's also not just for artists like me who grew up admiring all these people, but also for the audience and the stories that they will be able to bring home.